What's up everyone, I'm Raul and welcome back to my channel. Today we have lesson number 2. So today we're learning about shading and blending with pencils. How to use in the right way. So that will be the lesson for today. Let's see how we can draw. Hey everyone, I'm Raul and welcome back to my class. Today we have the second lesson, which is how to shade and blend with pencils, with graphite pencils. So I need to explain everything, how I draw realistic portrait. So today will be very interesting lesson for you guys. First step to do is how we select the supplier. We're checking the reference photo. Today we're doing very interesting lesson, guys. I hope you like it. I will show you we're doing some geometric shapes to learn how to shade the basic, to see how we can shade, how we can put the shadow, everything to be the realistic. So we're starting with the cube, and now what is the first step to do? We're selecting the materials, okay? So for this, checking the reference photo, for this we need pencils. We have all pencils here. I'm checking also, as I told you, I'm working with professional supplier. I have Faber Castell, my lovely pencils. So before to do that, I want to telling you my secret. When I was beginner like you, if you are a beginner, I will show you easy way. Take a piece of paper, and now if you work with me together, pick HB grade and do exactly what I'm doing. First one, let's use a tissue to don't break the work paper. Okay, we're doing on the top H to H first, okay? After that is H, F, okay? So with HB, hope you can see very well what I'm doing. That's better now. We have HB. So everything I'm doing now before to start a portrait is to check my gradient of the pencils. Okay, we're learning about the pencils. If you're a beginner and you don't know about this, I will show you how you can find your favorite pencil to realize a very realistic portrait. From HB we're going to B, after that is 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B, 6B, 7B, 8B. So what is the step now you need to do? Take all the pencils from the beginning, starting with 2H, and do exactly like me. We're just learning to shading, okay? How to shade normally, I will show you. Keep the pencil in your palm to the end of the finger, okay? And you can move just a little bit, and we're doing something like this. That we call shading, okay? We're going back now. If you draw with me together, I'm doing a bit slowly so you can learn all my steps. Okay, after you did this, turn the paper and cross over the same position, okay? We're not shading. It's very important, guys. Don't shade like this. It's not very good. Shade with the pencil to the end. Let the pencil flying on your paper. You can do very nice smooth shading. So before to start to draw a realistic portrait, do this if you don't know how to choose your favorite pencil to do that. So I finished with 2H. I'm not talking about the shading and blending now. We're going further, so it's about H now. I'm taking H, okay, same as the first one, and I'm shading exactly like the first one. Where is the letters, okay? Don't go more, because we need to find the perfect as a reference photo, okay? So we're talking about the grade of the pencil now. And the same thing. And guys, my advice is when you draw a realistic portrait, don't rush your work. Stay on the portrait till you are happy with that. Try to put as much details as you can, as I do. Always I'm checking for more details. Sometimes I draw better than the photo because sometimes I find blue reference photo, so I need to improve something on that. Hope you guys you have a blending stump closer, cotton buds or toilet paper, because it will be the next things we learn to use them to make a smooth shading. As you can see, 8B is the last grade from my set, and I can do very dark, and I will teach you guys in one of my lessons when we're doing portrait. I will teach you how to draw dark as I did in the portrait with the moto. So stay with me, will be very interesting lessons and you can upgrade your skill. Okay, we've done with the palette of the color. We have all palettes here. What's next now? To change the grade, because now is only shade by pencils. We take blending stump. If you have number 3, 4, you can do with this. How to blend with blending stump? You're going on the pencil from the middle. Always try to blend from the middle to outside, and you will see when we draw nose, where we blend mouth, ears. Very useful, this blending stump. Okay, now we blend to H. Go to do everything the same. This is one way to blend. We can shade also with cotton, and we use toilet paper as well. Very good for smooth shading. A lot of my portraits are made with toilet paper, that's why are so smooth. Don't need to press with blending stump, just very soft. Now that's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of gradients for skins, from light to dark. Later I will show you how to combine a few of these grades to make realistic portraits, to make realistic skin. But now we focus on the geometric shapes, so you can learn the basics of the shading. Now after you have this put on the bottom of your work, take your reference photo, or if you have in a computer, check for the reference photo and check all the grades which is closer with everything you have in the cube. I can start with 2H or H here. Also I can go with 4B on the dark side area. So now I know which grade I need. So we're starting to work with 2H. I will take, for example, B. If you want to draw together with same as mine, you can check and you can try to see how is your work. And I'm taking 4B for the last one. So I have 2H, HB, 2B, 4B. So I have already the pencils. We'll add the pencils here. What we need to select the supplier, we need blending stump. Of course, if you have to draw eyes or outline, you need blending stump number 2. So we have blending stump as well. What we need more, we need toilet paper. I have toilet paper as well. So before to start to do a portrait, check your supplier and select your supplier very well, so you know how you work with. I will have cotton buds to teach you guys how to use cotton buds as well. So we can start now to make the first shape. We're starting with 2H. This is only a sample. When you draw a portrait, outlining your face, as I told you yesterday in art supply presentation, try to find a tissue or different paper to cover your work, to keep it clean. We have outlining. If you have darker outline, don't do that now, because you may do later. So now we're taking blending stump and we're blending the outline, and just line up very soft. Okay, outlining. Now if you outline, you make like a realistic line from the eye or whatever you draw. As I told you guys, my video will be on YouTube as well, so all lessons will be on YouTube. If you're not live with me, doesn't matter, it's not a big problem. You can go to YouTube to see, or even you can download the video. Okay guys, now I need to show you the big step. Now we're doing this here, the shape and the shading. We're taking 2H first for the beginning, and we shade the top of the cube. Keep the pencil in your palm. We're doing this shade very smooth, because it's 2H, we're shading everything. Okay, I have shaded the top of the cube. Now I'm using toilet paper and I will show you how I'm working with. So I'm doing in a half, again in a half, and now I make like a triangle, and I'm using the top of the tissue I can bend a little bit, or you can let longer, depend how you like. We shade everything on the top to make smooth shade on our paper. Of course, it's not the same in a cube in a tablet, but we're changing the grade now. We're going on HB. Same position, guys, in the palm, and shade only half of this cube. Now we learn about the gradient, because we need to keep the highlights from the right. Always keep an eye on a reference photo. Try to go in closer. If you have already dirty toilet paper, just turn the other side. We start to shade from the dark to light. Even if you shade everything, now you will see something happen. The right side will remain a little bit lighter, but I still need to go darker. So I change the grade again, and I'm going on to B. And I'm repeat the same procedure, but now not half, is just quarter of this cube. As you can see, I'm stopped here, I'm not going further, so I can bring the highlights as well. As you can see, I'm going small circles, so I can cover all paper. I'm already on third layer, that I call layering, so repeat the procedure with toilet paper. I want to thank you to everyone who's staying with me and learning. If you are a beginner, follow all my steps and you will upgrade your skill. If you're already professional, big thanks for that, and congratulations. I think you followed already a lot of videos to upgrade your skill. But now the tutorial and the lessons are for beginners, how to draw realistic portrait. Everyone are welcome on my YouTube channel, also on Facebook group. So now I have light here and darker, but it looks like I need more darker in the corner, so I prepare for B now. The same procedure, keeping the palm, and very smooth. Now we're shading only this area from the corner. As you can see, I have a little bit darker in the corner. Not that much, but still I have something to do. Thanks to God I have the first student near to me, my wife. Let's encourage my wife, because she wants to become a professional as well. As you can see, she starts to draw, so I'm so happy for that. Learn how to use the pencil with Raul art. Learn the good way to don't break the paper, learn how to keep your drawing clean, and stay tuned with me. The final step was done. I'm using again toilet paper, but now I'm shading only the corner. Don't worry if you shade and if you shade outside, because we have eraser to repair, don't worry about that. So if I want to clean now, I will clean, but it's not necessary to clean the corner because I didn't finish my portrait. Let's see portrait, but this is just a figure. Okay, now we have here only darker. How we doing this darker? We're taking the last grade, 4B, and we're going 3 or 4 layers till I get this layer. First layer, try to make longer with the pencils. As you can see, guys, I didn't outlining very strong, so I can work more with the cube to make like a realistic cube. That's why we're learning how to draw realistic. So I will show you all my steps till the end of the lessons. Hope you become professional artist. Hope you will be very happy with your work. Why not? Maybe you will selling some portraits. Long time ago I started to draw, but I wasn't very happy every time. So I searching on YouTube and I learned it by YouTube with lessons. So very easy to find tutorials how to draw, how to shade, how to blend on YouTube channel. That's why I'm giving free lessons, guys, so you can have and learn about realistic drawing. Okay, the first layer done. Now we're using tissue or toilet paper, but I'm not going with this because I need to show you a different way to blend and shade. So I'm using cotton buds now or blending stump. Everything you prefer, you can take blending stump or cotton buds. This helped me a lot for eyes, nose, even face sometimes. So how to blend with cotton buds? Just small circles. Follow my steps, and I'm starting from the middle. As you can see, the grade on the paper changing, becomes smooth. Also we can do this thing with blending stump as well. Try to find 4 or 5 number. So guys, we have the first layer done. What's happened now, if you repeat this procedure 4 or 5 times in a row, you will gain darker area. Next blend would be with blending stump, but I'm staying on 4B grade. Try to cross now the second layer. Now we're looking to make darker using the same grade. I'll be very happy, guys, if you draw with me together. If you can take a picture of your work and post on Graphite Pencil by Raul so I can see and correct every your mistake. And we're doing the same when we draw a portrait. That one I want to ask for everyone, because I can fix where is wrong, so you can upgrade your skill easy and faster. This is 4B grade, guys. Now on this area we're working only with 4. Again, I try to cross. Actually, we're looking to going close with a reference photo. Okay, we can blend again this area. So for the third tips of blending, I will show you with blending stump, and from the middle with small circles. I'm going very slowly to cover all paper. If you want to become a professional artist, guys, try to achieve and buy professional supplier. Yesterday in the first lesson I present everything. On YouTube channel, in description you have the link from Amazon where I buy everything. Now, as you can see, it's darker than on the top, but I still need to go more. So I'm taking the third layer. Curious how many layers I need to do. With the 4B as well, I'm not changing the layer. Also, you can do with 7, 8B grade if you want to finish quick. And I will show you here a bit highlights. I'm not touching the side, so I'm going to shade only the third side of the cube. If you draw a portrait and if you draw a skin, it's better to take this procedure very seriously, because if you start to draw with 7, 8B grade, you won't be happy. Now again we come back for toilet paper, because this gives me a smooth, very smooth shade. And now if you see, I combine a little bit from the darker to line to highlights, but very soft, so I can make a gradient here. And I think we need one more layer. With 4B grade we're doing small circles with the top of the pencil. Respect the side of the cube. Always the details of the skin I will show you guys will be the last layer, very slowly, with pores, with everything. You have a lot of things to learn from me, so I will show you everything, how I build a portrait, how to make more details on your portrait. Even if the reference photo is not very clear, you can improve by yourself to bring more details. For the people who want to learning in colored pencil, stay with me, because we will have some lesson for the colored pencil, how to blend with colored pencils. Very important things, how to mix the gradients of the color, and you will learn how to draw eyes and more. As you can see, this layer is going very slowly, but I have darker than any area. Sometimes, guys, I prefer to work with mechanical pencil for the dark tone, and I will show you how to work with mechanical pencil. Of course not today. As you can see, I'm still respect the highlights here, so I'm going round of the highlights, bring more realistic shape. The lessons will be every day 11 o'clock AM England time. So if you draw with me together, prepare your pencil, paper, and of course all necessary supplier. Now the last blend is blending stump, because it's giving me very dark shape. It will be very good for my gradient here. I'm using from the top on the corners, very smooth and very slowly. Okay, now we're talking about the third side of the cube. So will be this area very light, starting with 2H. Okay, now we're shading with toilet paper, but mine is very dirty, so I'm working with the other side. From the middle, shade everything. Now everything is very smooth, so I need to bring some dark area here. So I'm going with 2B now, and I'm shading only this side of the cube. And now we're shading with toilet paper. Always when you're looking to shade a smooth skin, try to use toilet paper, but shade everything you draw, not here. Okay, now I have highlights here. I need to combine the highlights with the gradients, so I need to change the side of the tissue to be clean. So I'm using the clean one, and very soft. I'm combining from dark to outside. Okay, now I need to bring more dark outlines, so I'm using 4B and I'm going where it's dark. And because I've done this area, I'm taking Tombow Mono Zero eraser, guys, and I clean everything what is outside. Let's suppose this is a face, skin, so we don't need graphite from the outside because we need to do background to make the perfect shape. After you clean it, use a big brush or tissue to clean the area. Now it's perfect. Let's take from the top as well. It's not very dark outline, so we're going on 2B. We're outlining only this area from the cube. After you outlining, try to mix a little bit from the outline to inside to make it look like a real cube. We will finish soon today's lesson, guys, so we will continue tomorrow with something more interesting. We try to draw more forms together, so I will have cube, a bowl, and maybe we find something more to see how we can put shadows for everything together. So thank you for your time today. I'm so happy I can help. So look what's happened now with my cube as well. Toilet paper, but for me it's very smooth shade, and I'm very careful to shade only where I draw. Of course, this looks like I need to clean again to make more realistic piece here, so I'm going with Tombow Mono Zero, and I try to keep my cube very realistic. So we're going on the outline in the middle, so I'm using HB grade because it's not dark at all, and I'm outlining just the middle of the cube. Very soft, guys, don't press with the pencil, do 3 or 4 times in a row. And now to the end, I'm taking small blending stump and I just blending the line. As you can see what's happened, it give me a good corner, smooth corner. And we have only the bottom line now. Also is very light, so I'm going on to edge. So in which area is the grade of the pencil, you need to go with the outline as well. If I have light here, I'm not going with HB here because it's a mistake already, you know. If you want to draw realistic, you need to put the highlights where they are. So we need to put 2H here, and again we're blending. Okay, now the last thing to do is to clean all the round of the cube. As you can see, I'm keeping even the Tombow Mono Zero eraser in my palm, so I'm not using like this, you know, I'm using like this to make a good shape and easy to use. Also, I have something to clean on this area. Okay, now we're cleaning and we need to make more realistic cube, so we need to bring some shadow using 4B grade because the shadow always is dark. Let's make a shape how it is. Look at the shadow. And now we build a shadow, very interesting shadow, to look like a 3D cube. But be careful, guys, we have shadow in 2 types of grade, light and dark shadow. So we need to color all this. Also now for the shadow you can use long line for shading. For shadowing I recommend toilet paper. Don't use cotton buds, it's not reason for that. Use blending stump or toilet paper. Don't worry about the shadowing because also you can fix with Tombow Mono Zero if you're going more. Okay, we have the first layer. I'm crossing as well. We're using tissue or toilet paper. Try to crossing when you shade to cover all paper with the gradient. I'm not cleaning here because I'm not done, so I'm going for the second layer. How dark is your shadow? So that you need to repeat the procedure till you get a Faber shadow, also respecting the reference photo. If you want to do a quick job, you can change the grade to going higher. You have to change till 8B grade or 12 if you have Staedtler. Now I have only the corner to shade because we have a double shadow here. So to make more realistic cube, we respect the reference photo. And this can be shaded with toilet paper, so we're using either cotton or blending stump. My favorite is blending stump. We're going close to the end of the lesson. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Hope you can upgrade your skill after my tutorials. Now we're shading with blending stump. As I told you, I need two types of blending stump. I'm using them both because I need a small side and a big one. I start with the small size to see how long I can go. First start shade only where you draw, and after you finish it, try to combine the grades to make more realistic shadow. Also, you need to put the highlights here, so that's the reason when we respect this. Okay, for me it's perfect here. So I'm going with the big one now. There's no reason to use the small one because it's wasting time. If you need to put more graphite, you can put more graphite. Okay, now it look more interesting. With the same 4B, we're lining in the middle to make the difference between the cube and the ground. Of course, we're blending the outline with a small blending stump. And now, if I'm done with the line, I will combine the other one going close with the outlining. Very soft, very smooth, using the small blending stump. We build small gradient of the color. Okay, now the last thing we need to clean. Area goes wrong. Nothing happened because that's why it's eraser. If you like my lesson, tell to your friends who love to draw and bring them to Graphite Pencil by Raul. And don't forget, let's draw together. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Tomorrow we're doing this very interesting lesson. I will show you how to combine the shadow through the pieces. Thank you very much for your time, guys. I love you and see you next time with the next lesson. Bye bye.